This is a bit like Youngtown food.
Like, you really have to come and see this.
We are Jonty and Millie, and along with our kids, we look for the amazing wonders of our world, living in Singapore and exploring beyond. Welcome to Wonderlust. Hello everybody, welcome to Wonderlust. Today we're coming from an area that I looked at on a map. Basically I have a cello that we've dropped off to the luthier to get fixed, and as I looked at where to go I saw this square of orange tiled roofs right next to where we're dropping it off, and so I zoomed in a little bit further and it turns out that the orange square of roofs is an area that you might know called Kampong Glam. And I always thought, oh, Kampong Glam, we know bits of it, and it sounds like glam kind of suits what I know about Kampong Glam, but I don't really know very much about Kampong Glam.
Area.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's known for like a really good nightlife. We haven't experienced it at night actually, but Kampong Glam, but Kampong Glam is actually resorting to the Gelam. It's a type of tree which was in this area. I'm not sure if they're still in here, but yeah, so that's what this area is
Paper
named.
tree, right?
Yeah, something like a paper, the leaves, something to do with the leaves, so that's why this area is called Kampong Glam.
So we looked it up, we've got a heritage trail, we're going to take you on it today. So come join us, see what we can discover. So behind me is the Gedung Kuning, which means yellow mansion, yeah. And the yellow mansion here is slightly older than the palace which is next door, the Istana Kampong Glam, which was a palace back in the day, is now the Malay Heritage Centre, but it's closed for refurbishment until the end of 2025. So if you're watching this in the future and it's after the end of 2025, you can go down and check it out right away. If it's still kind of current and before then, you're going to have to wait just like us, and we would love to go and check it out at some point. But right now the yellow mansion, which is behind me, is used as a restaurant now, and it looks really, really good. We've just had some food, so we're not going to stop off here, but we'll check it out some other time.
So this building behind me is beautifully Art Deco. I really like the style of that with the curved front. I love Chong Bahru. There's a lot of Art Deco buildings around there as well. This used to be a former girls' school and it's now an arts area. There are so many other things for arts around this strip. There was a little arts community place I saw further on, then the photography. So this area is rich in history, and there's also kind of getting some modern art, which is nice, blending in with all of the other things. And there's an awful lot of chickens around here. I'm not sure where they're all coming from or where they live, but you can hear them and they're just all walking around and nobody seems to care, but I find it really funny.
I don't really know what's happened, but we seem to have been caught with loads of tour buses and tour groups, so obviously this is a very popular area to check out if you're a tourist. We kind of have the luxury of being tourists in our own home. I think that's one of the best ways to live, to be honest, because it's so easy to take everything for granted. And so many of you often tell us that you have never been to the places that we go to, even though we all live in the same country. So I like that if this is a great place for tourists to check out, maybe there's a lot that we can learn today. Okay, we're going to continue and see what else we can find. As we were walking just now, we passed the Kuturi Gallery, which had a really, really enticing front facade on the glass that we thought, oh, this looks interesting. We saw a little sign that said that the exhibition is open now. So Aspen very daringly pushed the door to see if it was open, and it turns out we are here on opening day of a fantastic sculpture exhibition by a French sculptor, French artist called Hubert. I've got his name here, Hubert Legal, and he's actually next door just working on a few final touches, which is very, very exciting. Aspen and Millie were there watching him in action a little while ago, and honestly we just feel so lucky to be able to walk through those doors and see what's here. The work here is all functional furniture essentially, but all absolutely beautiful. We've got a light here that's been beautifully made with porcelain roses and also some aluminium and white gold leaf. It's just beautiful. I'd love to have something like this in my home, obviously. I won't be buying anything, but I don't think it's for sale, but it is absolutely beautiful. If you get the chance, do come down and check it out.
Stretch we just walked down was really lovely. I love shop houses on the left and the right, so many different colours, different designs. We walked past a nice little coffee shop that looked nice. There was a unique hotel that had like loads of furniture and fixtures and fittings that were all painted black on the outside, which was quite different. Yeah, loads in just one little area. We're walking past it quite quickly today because we're on a bit of a time limit, but I would love to come back and take it a little bit slower around this area.
We had just reached Arab Street. Arab Street used to be called Kampong Glam, and there has historically been a place where there's lots of textiles, lots of people making things, almost like a market feel. I know that we've only really been here, explored some of the material shops, bought a couple of shirts from here before. That's pretty much it. We're really looking forward to delving a little bit more into the street and checking it all out. If you're coming here to do the Heritage Trail on your own, we've just noticed that there are some QR codes that you can scan to be able to find out about the place where you stand. There's one right next to me over here. Wow, this whole stretch of road has been absolutely brilliant. I love it. We're heading towards Beach Road now, and then we're going to go round the corner towards Haji Lane, which is probably one of the most famous parts of this area.
8 minutes, one huge serving. They give you all of the Indomie channels. They're really spicy, right? Yeah, it says if you succeed, you win prize. If you fail, buckets provided. This amazing wall painting is by one of my favourite artists here in Singapore, Yip Yu Chong. He's done loads of different artworks, and this is one of his most recent. It spans the entire side of this building. The whole thing, top to bottom, left to right, is completely covered. And if you start from one side and go across, it kind of tells the history of this area, kind of starting off with houses on stilts, moving forward to more like market areas, and then flowing forward to what it is today. And the building is just huge. Like, you really have to come and see this because there's so many different details and different stories in every little bit of this. Is awesome. You can hear music coming out from some of the Turkish restaurants. You've got loads of tourists around here taking photos, enjoying everything. This is cool. A guy just said, "Welcome to Singapore," and we said, actually, we're tourists in our own country, which is pretty fun. There's loads of materials here that you can see, different sounds, different smells as you walk down. It's a really vibrant street, and the mosque behind is just really beautiful. Is making me feel like I'm on holiday. You've got loads of tourists around taking pictures, excitedly chatting about everything. There's little like, it almost looks like market stalls, but the front of the stalls are kind of spilling out into the path, which is nice. The road is closed, so walking down, there's so many things down here that I don't know. I've decided that I'm going to come back to just this area and give you a bit more of a show around. Oh, just passing an acai fair. I could do with that now, but we don't have time. But this is a beautiful stretch of road to come and see. I can see where all the nightlife happens behind us. Yeah, I will be back to show you in a little bit more depth around here.
We are on Haji Lane, a huge tourist hotspot with loads of little boutique shops, specialty shops. It's amazing, like acai over here, coffee shop over there, lots of little boutiques of clothing and all sorts of stuff. It's absolutely beautiful. It's a real hustle and bustle of people from all over the world along this street, which is totally amazing. We've got, I've been hearing all sorts of languages as we walk past different people, and it's amazing. For me as someone who lives here, it feels like I'm on holiday exploring somewhere completely new, and it's absolutely wonderful. So I don't know if you ever get the chance to come down here. It's definitely not somewhere we spend a lot of time. I think this is probably only my second time here over the last 4 years, but it is absolutely wonderful. I'm loving this and having a great time. I wish I had more time just to chill out, and probably a little bit more money too. So.
In a gummy shop.
In a gummy shop. What are you looking at?
Gummies.
Gummies? Do they look yummy?
This is a bit like young tofu.
That was a really nice, quick whistle-stop tour of this area, and I think coming around it quickly you do just get a little taste of everything, but I definitely want to come back and see a little bit more around this area. Like the shops are kind of spilling out into the front. I know I heard you talking about it like you're on holiday.
Yeah.
And it does feel like that. Things feel so different in this area, and I definitely want to come back and look at it in more depth.
Right, Millie's got to go and get Milo from a little birthday party he's at today, which is why you've probably been wondering where that ball of hair is. He's not with us right now. And Aspen spotted a couple of shops she wants to explore. I've assured her we're not spending money today, but we're going to be checking it out. Next week we're going to be in a different country for you to check out with us, and so hopefully you'll enjoy our travel visits. But for now we're going to say goodbye. Thank you so much for joining us today from Haji Lane.
Yep, bye!
See you later.